Hi guys, I see I've got a couple of people already coming on. We're just waiting now for Adie to come on and join us, and we're talking today about bridal tips for lingerie and also hair and makeup. So I'm going to do the lingerie, and Adie is going to tell you all about hair and makeup. I actually wish I had her today just for a little blow dry. What a delight that would be. So if you're on, Adie, can you just click in, and we can make a start. Oh, I see Veronique. Hello, Veronique. Oh, it's so lovely to have so many of you coming on. That's really great. We just need Adie now. So we can talk bras and knickers, solution pieces. Here she is. Adie, are you gonna come on? So we just need you to come on now, Adie. So where are you? Here we go. Yeah, we go live, and we should be seeing her now. Here she is.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. I was thinking, am I doing something wrong?
No, I was just working out what to do. There we go.
Hi, darling. Oh, it's so lovely to see you.
Yeah,
Um, so I thought we should probably start by telling everyone who we are and what we're, how we know each other. We've actually known each other.
Hi,
Trying to work out. Beryl, hello. I was trying to work out. We've known each other for.
Oh gosh.
It must be 20 years, surely.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, it really is. And we often, from time to time, we get the same clients because you do hair and makeup for brides, and I also do lingerie, swimwear, solution pieces for brides. So we just thought it would be nice to do this Q&A because first, because of COVID, so many brides out there and grooms either cancelling or postponing their weddings this year. And now what we're finding is because there is smaller gatherings, some of them are doing the smaller gatherings and their weddings are coming up, or we're having people trying to book us in. So that's actually quite nice as well, when people are booking us for 2020, because I read today on the news that they're thinking there's going to be weddings every day.
Yeah, well, for next year, absolutely. Oh my goodness, I have bookings midweek, Sundays.
Yes.
It just looks insane. So
I know. So I've just been getting a lot of requests for brides that are saying to me, I've sorted out my dress. I've been told I need to get my lingerie, and I'm like, yes, you do need to get your lingerie. It's so important, to choose your lingerie, and get everything booked up.
I'm so
It is going to be
one of my
20.
brides there now.
Yeah. So so yeah, do you want to talk about what you do? So everyone knows.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm bridal hair and makeup, so we've had a little bit of bad news yesterday. I was supposed to be doing a bridal trial today, which is we've had to postpone for a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
Government announcement. So we've got some brides like who's listening who we've done the bridal trial, but now have had to postpone wedding date and we're waiting. So I guess one of the plus sides is everyone's got a little bit more time to organize and think about hair accessories or their lingerie.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So I thought it'd be great for them all to hear sort of about what you do with helping with fitting with lingerie.
So
The wedding gown.
what I do is I'm a lingerie stylist, and I work on shoots like yourself as well. And also I'm a fit expert over 30 years. And so my whole background is lingerie, lingerie, lingerie. And you know, the lingerie styling service I offer is the to brides is a big part of that service. And I usually, brides come to me and they want to book me in for fittings. They want solutions for their dresses, you know, and that's at a very early stage, because it's so important, you know, for women to actually get your underwear early. I think don't wait to the last minute. You know, I had brides crying. You know, so I would say, you know, really just when you decide on the dress, then it's time then to kind of say, right, what lingerie works onto this, and don't be disappointed because, you know, maybe you might be able to wear the sexiest stuff underneath.
What do you prioritize? Practicality, like what it looks like in the photo, or how it looks like?
My top tips would be, it's comfort, first off, because you're going to be in this all day. And also, you want to look great, right, on the day. That's you're spending a fortune on your dress. You want to look great. So what I usually recommend is finding lingerie, even if it is solution pieces. And when I mean solution pieces, I mean it could be shapewear, it could be strapless or backless bras. You know, bras that you know you weren't really thinking about wearing onto your dress. You know, you might be thinking, oh, I'm going to wear something, you know, something really frilly and something lacy. But often they're the pieces that you can see underneath the dress, you know. So what I would recommend is getting the lingerie that works for your particular dress. And you know, don't be put off by plunge if you want to plunge. If you want a backless, don't be put off and thinking, I can't wear that because, you know, I'm a certain size. There's so many great solutions out there that you can go for. Also as well, you know, if you're thinking, you know, oh, I'm a little bit curvier on the bottom half, I really can't wear that particular style. I can't really wear something a bit more slim fitting. You know, forget all of that. You know, get your dress first, and then, you know, we work out the solution. So there's fabulous, like there's one piece that is from Nancy Gantz. It's a body dress. It's not a body dress. It's a body kind of suit is all I can describe it really. It's got it's like little shorts. It's an all-in-one. It's plunging at the front, and then it's backless at the back. So it's got it all. It's got it all happening. Yeah. So I had someone very earlier in the year, and she needed something that was a bit plungier at the front, but completely backless. And hers was, she was wearing trousers as well, which was really like, it was an all-in-one. You know, so because, you know, again, it's not every bride is wearing the big, you know, it's not everyone is wearing a big dress or wearing, you know, some brides want to wear, you know, more of a jumpsuit, and we put this underneath, and it was absolutely fantastic, and she'd never seen anything like this, you know. So yeah.
And bustier ladies, like the strapless dress.
Yeah, there's some great strapless out there now. Like the options are unbelievable. When I think about, you know, when I got married back 150 years ago, you know, there was you know, there wasn't so many options, but now there's like Curvy Kate, for example. They do a great strapless, and you know, Panache are another one. They do great strapless for fuller cups, you know. So the Curvy Kate, they do a strapless that you can get all different color nudes. So you start with a lighter nude for a lighter skin tone. You know, you look at my skin tone, I'm quite light. You look at you, you're the next tone up. Then you get darker, and you get much darker. You know, you're going, you know, and then eventually they do up to the black. You know, so there's lots of different skin tone options, and there's quite a few companies doing that now. But I do like the Curvy Kate is doing it, because it's doing it for the fuller. The fuller bust as well, it's great.
And keeping that skin tone, like if the dress is quite sort of a shared dress, does that help with?
Well, I suppose you mean if they're wearing a corset or something underneath, or
just, you know, there's a lot of dresses sort of almost with the very lacy, quite sheer. How do you
Oh yeah,
feel
yeah,
that
yeah,
the
yeah.
underwear is under that?
And then they've just got the plunge at the front. So yes, so I had a bride recently where it was quite high necked, and then it was very plungy at the front, and it
Right.
was transparent, and then the back then is quite, it's quite open, and that Nancy Gantz worked really well with that. But then if that doesn't work, if the plunge is very low, there's also fashion forms, which are these like cups that you can actually stick on.
Oh, I
And
helped brides
yeah,
into the
and they come right off. Or the other thing is, if you're really, really tiny, you can just wear the nipple covers that cover. It really just depends on your size.
Yeah.
Also,
Actually, I use those on my
what your style is. Yeah.
yeah.
And what about you? So tell me a little bit about the big thing I think of is, especially after lockdown, do you get your hair cut or don't you get your hair cut? And I know a lot of brides that I talk to say
Well,
this to me,
yeah, well, it's been such a good growing opportunity, hasn't it? So, and for all of those brides who wanted to get a little bit of extra length on it, there's no excuses now when I turn up at the trial. So really, it's just sort of making sure that cut, that you don't touch the box color, and when you're, if aren't open, but obviously they're open at the moment, so that's great. It's really just making sure those ends are trimmed and there's a bit of shape,
Mm-hmm.
and really just not touching it yourself with any home hair dye jobs. That's probably been the most
Yeah.
thing I stress to my brides. But really, it's just using this opportunity to have a look and file away some styles on your Pinterest board. I've been trying to do lots of little shoots and things with different hair companies to give my brides lots of ideas and get them excited, because I know it's a really, really challenging time at the moment where things are wait longer than we all planned. So yeah, when we finally get through those bridal trials, it's just going to be so much fun.
I suppose that's key as well, isn't it? It's getting the trial done beforehand so that you're really happy with the hair on the day, right?
Yeah, it's such a valuable thing doing a trial, and I always ask white on the day if they can have the hair accessories. That if they're not sure of what hair accessories they want, I'll have to. And I usually bring along hair extensions. We need to add a little bit more because hair extensions are not always adding length. It's really sometimes if you've got quite fine hair and you want a little bit of body, or if you have really fine hair that just doesn't support any curl, because you do get a lot of blank hair that you put a curling top wand in and it just drops out straight away. It's just not going to last the whole day. So quite often on those sort of that hair type, I'll put hair extensions through. I mean, that hair is quite often roughened or some really amazing hair, and it just supports. It's kind of like scaffolding for curls. So that can be a really valuable thing to try out on the trial, and just get used to the feeling, see that it's comfortable and it's not too heavy, and prizes on the day. You want to feel like yourself, so just a slightly more polished version. So it's good to run through these things on a trial day.
Yeah, I think so. Like I'm always surprised on shoots when I see the models turn up and then they get the hair extensions in and they turn up, their hair is like flat into their head, or else it's short, and beautiful gorgeous hair comes out and it stays in all day, which I'm always shocked about, which is really, really great. That's fabulous. And then about, so I've seen on your Instagram that you show lots of beautiful pictures of the hair accessories. So is there certain companies you work with, or what do you do, or how does that all work?
Profiling often ones that my brides have suggested to me, and just approached the different companies, and they've sent pieces, ones that I've sort of looked at their accessories, liked their stuff, lots with Eden B and Vivian Balish and Yes with Love. So yeah, so I've been getting to see these beautiful pieces. So they just send them over to me. I play around with them and then I send them back to them. So, but it's just a nice opportunity for people to see how, you know, maybe the headbands might work with styles, or the combs or the vines. Just to kind of spark some ideas and get people thinking about what might work for them.
Yeah.
Um,
And then what about up or down? Like, because my dress was Victorian, and so it was high neck, and
yeah,
like my
the
hair
high
is
neck
better
I like
down,
up.
but you know, I put it up. So
Yeah, I like it up with the high neck. With the low back, sometimes you can really get away with either with the low back, but I do like a half up, half down low back, or an up as well.
yeah,
But it very much depends on, you know, the bride's profile, um, etc. You know, if they're curvier, some people are expected to lift it up, and that's what I had to do. Yeah,
oh yeah,
sometimes what you like in a picture, and quite often people will bring the back photo, back view of the hairstyle, but not thought about what the front view might, how that might work. So sometimes we need to play around a little bit with the trial too, or we might just find that actually that's not really going to be the best fit for that person.
yeah.
But yeah, so it's good to come with a couple of ideas. And then we can try it out.
Yeah, I think that's the key, isn't it? It's trialing it. It's like
Yeah.
it's the same with lingerie. You know, I always say to women, just try on, see what works for you. If you're buying shapewear, because often shapewear is it something that you might wear on the lower half, especially of the dress, if it's a fitted dress, and you want it seam free, try and go with the nearest color to your skin tone. And then what I say to them is try it on, but buy to your size. Don't buy down, because if you buy down, which a lot of women do because they think, oh, it's going to hold me in more, then what all that does is it just pushes it out everywhere else, you know. So yeah, I think that's
That's a good tip to know.
that's key. And also as well, you know, if you buy to your size, then you feel comfortable in it, because the whole thing with shapewear is it's meant to give you a beautiful smooth silhouette, you know. It's not meant to squeeze you in so much that you can't you can't breathe. And you know, there's so many brands out there now that are doing fantastic shapewear. And also as well, just think about, like, you know, that you're just wearing that for the day. You know, I talk about lingerie before, lingerie after. So if you're having a little bit of a get together, you know, the night before, the day before, you know, you can get some beautiful lingerie. You can get lingerie, you know, for the day after, you know, that you can wear if you're having a lunch or something like that, or catching up with friends to talk about like all that happened on the day. You know, then, you know, you can get some beautiful lingerie. And if you do want some more seductive pieces, you know, Coco de Mer do beautiful stuff, Bordel, Sima Perel, they all do, Abode, they all do super seductive, beautiful pieces that you just feel $1 million in, you know. They're really great. And then, you know, there's like so many brands, like everyone from M&S, depending on your budget, you know, M&S do strapless, you know, Fig Leaves do them, Triumph, like everywhere on the high street has a strapless now. And the tip on the strapless would be, you know, don't go up on the underband. You know, if, say for example, if you're a 34D, then you know, either wear a 34D or go down on the underband to a 32 and go up a cup size, and that's called the sister size. So you go down to a 32 and then you go to a double D, for example.
And
so that would be the sister size.
Swimwear sizing as well. Would that be quite handy with swimwear sizing? You know, sometimes you don't have the exact size that you want.
Yeah, exactly. So like you know, because with the lingerie also, you know, often brides are going off on honeymoon and they're looking for swimwear. So what I say, you know, is buy your swimwear early as well, and don't wait for, you know, for the last minute, especially if it's a summer wedding. You know, don't wait till the summer to buy it. And when, you know, if you're fuller in the cup, buy two separate pieces. And there's lots of mix and match out there. Find, you know, a top that really works for your shape, and then find a bottom that works for your shape.
Okay.
You know, so there's lots of high-waisted pants at the moment, and
Right.
they look amazing.
What sort of figure do they suit? The high-waisted ones. I never know if they would work on me.
Yeah, if you're shorter in the body, I think they're not so great. Like if you're longer in the body, they look fantastic. They do really give you a great, you know, a great look, you know, and they look super kind of, you know, fab on the beach, especially kind of that, you know, that they have that bit of a 1950s feel to them, you know, and I think they're lovely with, you know, a strapless top, you know, which look great. But equally, you know, the smaller bottoms are really nice as well, and a lot of people prefer a smaller bottom if they're sunbathing. You know, then you get it's less coverage. Also, there's some great one pieces out there. Ghani are doing a beautiful plunge one piece. Like I saw you've got a bit of leopard print on today. I know you love a bit of leopard print, so they're doing a beautiful one if you want to have a little look. So yeah, there's lovely, yeah, there's some lovely pieces. I should probably say I'm talking about all the brands, but we're not getting paid for any of this. This is not a paid Instagram that we're doing live. So yeah, it's just, you know, helping people if you need, you know, need advice. But yeah, there's a lot out there, yeah, to choose from. And the other thing, Adie, is I always say, don't forget about the bridesmaids, you know. Put them, poor loves, put them in something that they really like.
Of course.
Yeah, because, you know, often, you know, put them in a dress that suits them, because remember, often your bridesmaids are different shapes. And you know, I'm finding now that more and more bridesmaids are wearing dresses that suit their shape, which is lovely. But I also think that, you know, having a strapless, you know, if you need a strapless bra under a bridesmaid's dress, get one early as well, one that feels supportive and that works with, you know, with your shape. Or if it's not a strapless dress, get a bra that's really comfortable, that you're you know, you're wearing all day. The other thing is pants, you know, if you're in a bridesmaid's dress that's a bit more fitted, you know, what does everybody see when you're walking up the aisle? The back of you.
Of course.
So again, there's some great seamless pants out there. You know, they're all, you can get lots of different shapes. My favorite would be a high-waisted seamless pant that gives you no VPL, which is visible panty line. So, you know, it looks great. Yeah, it looks great on you. So so yes, that's kind of my few little tips. Yeah. So I suppose for you then, so you want every bride to keep their hair keep their hair long, so you can work with it.
Absolutely. And then makeup wise, I guess just really have to think about, keep aside get some images ready for me to for when they turn trial. I mean, I generally recommend with makeup for people to kind of go for a feel where it's not too foreign to them. It's not like they're used to wearing barely any makeup, not to suddenly go full glam. It's just, you know, you're not going to feel like yourself, etc. I tend to have more of a light, I would probably go more of a softer, romantic style with makeup. Heavy. Just really looking at having a really flawless base that's going to last all day. I work with gorgeous foundations. Armani is just bridal perfection. Really lovely share. It has enough coverage, a lovely, slightly glowy look.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, because that's the thing. That's what you're trying. Well, we're all trying to achieve that, aren't we? The glow. So if you've got any tips, I'll have the glow as well. Thanks, even though it's a long time since I got married. But so like, do you recommend like doing masks before? Have you got any particular mask that you use? Any?
I mean, to be honest, that last month beforehand, I always recommend to my brides not to try anything new.
Oh yeah,
Not
of course.
suddenly go out in those last weeks and have this amazing facial that they've not ever tried before. But quite often, then it sort of leads to breakouts. So all of those sorts of things I would do earlier, not in the last month, before that last month, 3-4 months, 2-3-4 months beforehand. But you don't want to be doing anything really last minute that you're going to have a severe reaction to. I've had one poor bride who was a little darker skinned, and she had some, I think, some wax just too close to, I think, the day before the wedding, and it affected some of the skin. So that, you know, definitely became a little bit more difficult to so anything like
Hide, I suppose. Yeah,
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 immediately beforehand, or trying new products you're not used to if you've got very sensitive, reactive skin. So, make sure you've sort of got your skin care out and using the same sort of thing just to
yeah.
not anything. And sunscreen's just the biggest thing to do in this time of year. Really look after your skin. You really don't want it looking leathery and aged or getting sunspots, etc. So
Yeah.
sunscreen and hat. They're probably the skincare tips that I could.
Yeah, that's quite good ones. We've actually got a question from someone here. So she's asking about strapless bras. So she's saying any strapless bras for close set breasts. So that's like where your breasts are, close together. I've a plunge style dress, but she feels that she needs a bit more support. Yeah, I think it depends on how far the plunge is, but there's like Wonder Bra do a strapless which really lifts the breast if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, it really lifts it up, and it's really good for a plunge style. So that would be one that I would recommend, and they do all the cup sizes from small to quite large. Yeah, so for the fuller cup. So that would be a great one for plunge.
And they've got colours, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. They've got lots of different shades as well. Yeah, so it's quite good for different skin tones, And then if I suppose if you're smaller in the cup, then if you're wearing a plunge dress, you can actually wear, as I said, those stick-ons as well. The thing is, with any kind of stick-ons, whether you're wearing stockings, some brides, like, they want to do the whole shebang. If you're wearing stockings, anything, if you're wearing any kind of stick-on breast forms, like, avoid any moisturizer on the skin, because they'll just slip off. Yeah. So
get a trial run with those, with the stick-on bras. Would you do a trial run?
Oh, I would. Yeah, I would. Yeah. And the other thing with those is make sure that you know exactly what size you're getting, because you can't change them for obvious hygiene reasons. It's not like a bra that you can try it and exchange it. So I would probably kind of really research that first and see, what exactly what you're looking for, and what style they would recommend, for your particular dress. But as I said, there's quite a few different brands out there. Fashion Form are probably the ones that I find are really good, and they've been around for a few years, so they're a good brand. Yeah.
And sometimes do you get the dressmakers to sew the bra? I mean,
yeah. So there's there's two very different kind of budgets here. So there's if you buy the dress off the peg, like in a store, and or buy the style, and then they then then do the adjustments for you, then often there may not be a bra, in that built in. So, you need to find, say if it is a strapless dress, then you need to find a really good strapless for underneath that. And sometimes the seamstress are actually very, very good in that I've seen seamstress where they've cut out the cups and put them into the dresses, where they're very, very clever. Also, I've seen where they've put strapless and sewed the strapless in as well. The whole of the front of the bra, yeah, and that works really well. Or the other thing is some of the dresses have actually got it built in.
Yeah,
which is very, very clever. And some of them have a basket, like a little corset, a small little short corset actually built into the dresses as well. And then of course, if you're getting something very bespoke, which some brides do, that would be a different price point, but like I know one particular she's a designer, she's a one-woman band, but Sharon Cunningham, and she does very bespoke pieces, but she's perfected beautiful corsets. Like she's perfected corsets that she makes to your size and shape, and she builds that into the dress, and it's all part of it. But that's a very bespoke couture, wedding dress, and they're absolutely beautiful. Like she, so she'll nip in give you the illusion of nipping in your waist if you've got the bigger waistline, and just give you that beautiful silhouette. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so there's lots out there. So someone's saying thank you very much for the insight. Yeah. I'll be checking out Wonder Bra. And somebody else is saying that designer is amazing. Yeah, she is. She's London based, and yeah, all her stuff is very ethical as well, which is nice. Really lovely.
I think that's what we learned a lot today.
I know, guys. Yeah. I normally don't host the Instagram live. It's usually somebody else is hosting, and I'm trying to read the messages. So I'm sorry if I'm a little bit distracted. I am listening. But I hope everybody's enjoyed it, and and Adie, thank you so much for all the tips, and
happy to have a chat.
Yeah, it's been lovely, and I suppose to all those brides out there, just
hang in there.
Hang in there, keep going, and hopefully, I think they're making more announcements middle of August. They said about numbers, and yeah, I saw that on the
questions. They can message us, and
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, thanks, guys. Thank you so much for listening to us. For those brides out there, good luck and congratulations as well. And enjoy your day. That's the other thing. When your day happens, enjoy your day. Yeah. Oh, somebody's saying to us, thank you so much for your great tips. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Oh.
Thanks, everyone.
Oh, thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.